All right, here we go. This is Honest Jim with my Honest Jim channel. And as I said in my introductory video, I was going to have fun with this YouTube situation. So I'm going to tell you a story today that occurred to me personally. Back in 1990, it was never in the newspapers, never on the television, on the news, CNN. Nobody has it but me and three other people. And it's going to be about Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. And I'm going to tell you the fact of the matter today. It all began in 1990. I set up my office, my fledgling law office in Kailua Kona, Hawaii. And I was trying to do some marketing and get some business to come into my office. I heard on the radio that there was going to be the senior tournament at the Manalani Hotel, which is down the coast. It's a wonderful hotel. It's beautiful, and they have a magnificent golf course. And Arnold Palmer was going to be there. Gary Player was going to be there. Lee Trevino. And finally, the cherry on top was going to be Jack Nicklaus. And Jack was just turning 50. You had to be 50 to be in the senior tournament, so all the world was watching on television to see how Jack Nicklaus did in his first head-to-head challenge with Arnold Palmer, who was 60 years old. And Jack had just turned 50, and he flew in his private jet from a tournament in Florida right to Kona. And I went to the radio station and I said, I want a sponsor. They were asking for sponsors, so I paid them some money and I got to sponsor Gary Player. I drew Gary Player, who was the great player from South Africa. So Friday, the Japanese auto company was sponsoring the tournament, and they had a little play around on Friday, and I got to go and walk around with the players and the Japanese bigwigs. There was the presidents there, and the chairman of the board, the big shots. So they're going around and everybody's laughing and joking and having a good time. It's Friday, it's not on TV or anything. It's just a get together, have some golf with some friends and famous players. So we got on the par 3, I think it was the 17th hole, the hole before they finish and go home, a par 3. So everybody hits their shot, and here comes the chairman of the board, the Japanese chairman of the board. And they've got their car over on the right side of the tee. All right, so you can see it. All right, and he proceeds to tee off, and he hits this incredible. I don't know if it's a shank or what it's called, but it goes perpendicular to his right shoulder and slams right into the door of the brand new car, and leaves a big dent in the car. Now, there was silence. Everybody was quiet. What in the heck is this? And then it broke out into uproarious laughter. Everybody couldn't believe it was such a terrible shot. So anyway, that was Friday. Saturday morning was going to do 9 holes with the four world champion golfers. And Sunday was going to be 18 holes. And they were going to play skins. In other words, you had to win a hole to get the money. And I believe, I could not be correct about this, but I think it was about $25,000 a hole. And if everybody tied, nobody got any money, and the $25,000 went over to the next hole, and so on and so forth. And it could become quite a large purse for somebody who could win a hole. So my first meeting personally of Jack Nicklaus was as follows. Saturday morning, I came in early to the golf course, and it was maybe 7 o'clock, and I had to go to the bathroom, so I went into the Manalani golf club, and I'm belly up to the urinal, and I'm minding my own business, and lo and behold, here comes Jack Nicklaus, standing right next to me in the next urinal. Now, this is a magic moment for anybody. I look over, and it's Jack. Jack looks over, and it's me. I know it's Jack. Jack knows it's me, knowing it's Jack, and he smiles. I didn't want to say anything to the guy. I mean, he must have, people constantly badgering him. But I give him that smile that says, I know you're Jack. I'm okay with you. And he looks at me and smiles, appreciative of the fact that I didn't even talk to him. But that was my face-to-face with Jack Nicholson. I wasn't more than, 12 inches away from him? So anyway, Saturday starts, the tournament starts, and away they go. It's all big television. Everybody's watching it all over the world. All the golfers, aficionados are watching it because it's the first head-to-head at a senior golf tournament with Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. And of course, Lee Trevino's there, and he's a fabulous golfer, and so is Gary Player. So they go ahead and they play 9 holes. They play and they play and they play, and nobody wins a hole. They get to the 9th hole, and they're already talking about having some kind of playoff or some way to figure out, because nobody could win a hole because all the golfers are so good that nobody, could get beat. So they get to the 9th hole, and I forget how much money it was. It was 25 times 9, $300,000 plus, right? Arnie chips in a long chip shot off the green, and it rolls in the cup. Ho! Arnie's so happy he won the skins for the day. Nobody else got any money. Gary Player got shut out, Lee Trevino got shut out, and Jack Nicklaus got shut out. And Arnie loved that. You could see the smile on his face, and I can attest to that because I was there. Now here's the part that only I and a couple of people know about concerning Arnold Palmer. Arnold was staying in one of the Monolani bungalows. Now these are separate units, separate from the hotel, and they each have a butler to take care of their every need. And it's a small unit, 1 or 2 bedrooms, depending on what you want. And Arnie has a lady in one of them. And he goes out and proceeds to celebrate. And he celebrates hard. And the butler was a friend of mine. And I talked to him the next day. I saw him over there, and he saw me, and I said, how's it going? He said, did you hear about Arnold Palmer last night? I said, no, what happened? What happened with Arnie? He came back about 1:30 in the morning, very drunk. And the door to his bungalow was locked. And he knocked on the door, and she wouldn't let him in. She yelled at him, "Oh, Arnie, you're drunk. You can't come in. Go away, Arnie. You can't come in." Now here's a world-class golfer who just beat Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, and Gary Player, and won hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he can't even get into his own bungalow, so he had to go stay in the Monolani Hotel. The next day on Sunday, they're going to play 18 holes, mano a mano. Okay. Somewhere in this mess, Lee Trevino early on won $25,000. I don't know, he must have made a birdie or something, but he won $25,000. So far, Gary Player, Arnold Palmer, and Jack Nicklaus haven't won anything yet. So the game goes on, the 18 holes, and the Monolani golf course is a long golf course. So everybody's a little bit tired, and they get to the 18th hole. My guy still hasn't won a dime. Lee Trevino's got $25,000, and Arnie from Saturday has somewhere around $300,000 from taking the skins. We're on the 18th green, and the producer, I can hear him with the TV cameras. He's talking about, we're going to have some kind of sudden death playoff. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? It's just going to be a tie. Well, all the money from 17 holes was on the carpet. And everybody plays, and everybody makes their par. And Jack is way off the green. And he hits a chip shot, an impossible chip shot, and it rolls forward, slowly, and it goes right in the cup. Bingo! Jack goes home with all the bucks. The place goes crazy. And in closing on this story, there was a dinner at the Monolani for the players, everybody. I don't think Jack went to it. I think he went to the airport and got on his plane and flew away. But I walked by the practice range on my way to go to the dinner. There's nobody around, except there's Gary Player. By the way, Gary Player has a black caddy. He's had him for years, coming from South Africa. Okay, I think that's great. But the caddy's standing back and Gary is hitting balls. It's getting dark. And I talked to the caddy and I go, hey, why doesn't Gary go to the dinner? Gary won't go in to the dinner or anything else until he hits 500 balls. Now, all you golfers out there, if you want to go and warm up before you play your 18 holes, if you try to hit 500 balls, what are you going to feel like when it's time to play golf? You're going to be tired. But Gary Player was going to hit 500 balls, and he didn't go to the dinner. Okay, so that's my story for today. This is Honest Jim, honestly. Help me out, subscribe, share, hit the black bell, like, and do all that stuff. I'm new, I can use the help, and I've got a lot more stories to tell you. So bye.